Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where we dive deep into the world of cars without the sugar coating, without the glossy marketing spin, and without the overly polished dealership rehearsals. Here, you get the raw, unfiltered truth about how these machines actually look, feel, and perform when you encounter them in the real world. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because this is where the conversation about cars is real. And today we've got something special to talk about, the 2026 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a car that has long defined what it means to sit at the top of luxury sedans. Exterior: for decades, the S-Class has been more than just a car. It's been a benchmark, a measuring stick for what the rest of the automotive industry tries to live up to. Every new S-Class doesn't just update a model, it sets the tone for the future of luxury, technology, and performance in the industry. And now with the 2026 model, Mercedes is promising not only refinement, but a push toward a more advanced, more connected, and more electrified future. So, let's take a closer look at what this latest generation of S-Class has brought to the table, starting with its presence on the road. From the front, the 2026 Mercedes S-Class looks like it knows it owns the lane. The grille has been reshaped just slightly compared to the outgoing model, keeping that bold, upright design but with sharper, slimmer chrome elements that give it more elegance than aggression. The signature three-pointed star stands proud on the hood, a detail that feels timeless and traditional even in an age where many luxury cars have moved away from it. The headlights are sleeker than before, with Mercedes' new digital light technology, which not only looks futuristic but also adapts beam patterns with uncanny precision to avoid blinding oncoming traffic while still illuminating the road brilliantly. The lower bumper has been reworked with more sculpted air intakes that add a hint of sportiness, but the overall front-end look remains distinctly S-Class, authoritative, refined, and unmistakably expensive. Move around to the side and the S-Class carries its silhouette with elegance that's hard to beat. The proportions remain perfect for a full-size luxury sedan: a long hood, sweeping roof line, and just enough chrome accenting around the windows to make it stand out without shouting. Mercedes has further hidden the door handles in flash, aerodynamic units that pop out only when needed, keeping the profile sleek. The 20-inch and optional 21-inch wheel designs are new for 2026, ranging from classy multi-spoke alloys to sporty AMG-inspired patterns. And with a drag coefficient that's among the lowest in its class, this isn't just about looking good up, it's about slicing through the air silently, which is exactly what you want in a car that's built to carry you in near silence. At the back, the S-Class continues its modern interpretation of classic luxury. The taillights are sharper, slimmer, and connected subtly by a chrome strip that runs across the trunk. They feature a new light signature that feels unmistakably Mercedes at night. The bumper has been cleaned up, with hidden exhaust outlets on standard trims, a move that aligns with the brand's shift toward electrification and sustainability. AMG models, of course, still get the sporty quad exhaust tips, but the regular S-Class is now more about smooth design and understated presence. The overall rear look is wide, planted, and commanding, as something that lets everyone know the flagship just passed by. Interior: stepping inside is where the S-Class has always pulled away from the competition, and the 2026 model takes that tradition and pushes it even further. Open the door and you're welcomed into a cabin that feels more like a first-class lounge than a car interior. The materials are extraordinary: hand-stitched leathers, open-pore wood, brushed aluminum, and customizable ambient lighting that lets you bathe the cabin in any color mood you desire. Mercedes has redesigned the seats with even deeper bolstering, heating, ventilation, and massage functions, plus an available wellness package that syncs seat movements with lighting and music for a spa-like relaxation experience. In the back seats, you can option full executive seating with recline, leg rests, and even fold-out tables, essentially turning the S-Class into a rolling office or a private jet cabin on wheels. Technology dominates the cabin, but it's seamlessly integrated rather than overwhelming. The massive OLED center screen, standing tall in the middle of the dash, runs the latest generation of Mercedes-Benz system. It's faster, smarter, and more intuitive than ever, with advanced iVoice control that feels conversational and natural. A fully digital driver's display offers customizable layouts, from classic dials to futuristic augmented reality navigation that lays directions directly onto a live camera view. Rear passengers aren't left out either, with their own entertainment screens, controls for climate and seat functions, and even augmented reality features of their own. The Burmester 4D surround sound system is like bringing a concert hall into your car, with speakers built into the seats for a physical sound experience that makes music feel alive. Performance is where things get really interesting for the 2026 model. The standard S500 now comes with a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with mild hybrid assistance, delivering smooth power and efficiency. Step up to the S580 and you get a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with EcoBoost, producing well over 500 horsepower and enough torque to launch this luxury liner from 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds. For those wanting the ultimate, the S-Class is also available in plug-in hybrid form, pairing the inline-six with an electric motor for more than 60 miles of pure electric range, perfect for city commutes while still keeping that long-distance luxury cruising ability. And then of course, there's the AMG S63 Performance, a monster with over 700 horsepower thanks to its hybrid V8 setup, delivering not just brute force but also precise, controlled handling that defies the size of the car. Driving the 2026 S-Class is a masterclass in refinement. The air suspension has been further improved, scanning the road ahead with cameras and adjusting in real time for bumps, potholes, or uneven surfaces. The result is a ride that feels like floating, yet with enough firmness when you push it into corners. Rear-wheel steering is available, making this large sedan surprisingly agile in tight city streets and giving it sports sedan levels of stability at high speeds. Noise insulation is at the absolute cutting edge. Acoustic glass, thick insulation layers, and even noise-canceling technology through the audio system mean that once the doors close, the outside world practically disappears. Of course, a car like this comes with a price tag that matches its status. The 2026 S500 starts around $120,000, while the more powerful S580 sits closer to $140,000. The plug-in hybrid variant comes in at a similar price point, depending on options, while the AMG S63 pushes well past $180,000, fully loaded with all the tech, executive seating, and custom materials. It's not hard to crest the $200,000 mark. But that's the point. The S-Class has always been about the pinnacle of luxury, the car that shows what's possible when money isn't all imitation. So, after spending time with the 2026 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the takeaway is clear: Mercedes hasn't just updated a car, they've reinforced their dominance in the luxury space. It blends timeless elegance with futuristic technology, comfort that feels unmatched, and performance that can go from serene cruising to shockingly quick acceleration. It's not just transportation, it's an experience, one that reminds you why the S-Class is still the standard bearer for luxury sedans. That wraps up today's review here on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 S-Class, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Mercedes has nailed it once again, or are rivals like BMW's 7 Series and Audi's A8 catching up? I'd love to hear your take. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more real, unfiltered car reviews right here on Car Flash.